Hello to my courageous and wonderful family um, of light. I want to thank you for joining me and welcome you either back or as a new time visitor. I want to welcome you here joining me. It's a pleasure to have company on this at this time on the earth, and so thank you for being here. We've been talking about what it means to be a soul having a human experience. And I want to know how your day went. Mine was a little strange. I woke up in an odd mood this morning and had to um, really forcibly make myself take some time to deep breathe, to center and ground myself, and then to kick into gratitude and knowing that I have a little mantra that the universe has my back and it's always in my favor. It loves me, supports me, and brings to me everything that I need. And I can go on like that for quite a lengthy time. So that's what I do if I can feel myself waking up in a state that is less than how I want to begin my day. That's what I do. And so I want to ask you, how was your day? If you start a day not feeling on top of the world and unable to get yourself there, then being aware that your energy might be low, something may have happened, a day or two ago that's finally settling on your mind and in your body, and your body is going to register everything that happens to you. Your body and your mind work in sync with each other. And so, did you get a chance then during a day to just stop for a few minutes, take a deep breath, create a chance for yourself to just stop and notice where you are in that moment, what you're feeling, what you're noticing about yourself and your awareness. And in paying attention to how you feel allows you to make some changes if need be, to if you're in a place where the thinking is kind of going sideways or off track of where you want it to be, you have an opportunity when you can deep breathe, when you can do some positive affirmations, to bring yourself back onto a course that's going to steer you in a more positive direction. So if you can recall, notice things like, in the moment that you're paying attention, are you happy or are you sad? Are you worried or are you feeling calm? Did you notice like you mattered with what you're doing, and that it matters and that you matter or not? Those are all very important things to ask yourself, because those are the things, if you do not feel positive about who you're being, what you're doing, what's happening in the moment, this is the time to do the shifting, do the creating. Stop whatever it is, wherever you're at. That's a 10 or 15, 20 second, 30 second process to do, like I say, that deep breathing, calming the mind, letting things go, let it just pass through you, stop the thoughts, and focus on a light bulb, focus on a flower, focus on your stapler, focus on anything but the thoughts that have been going through your mind. And it is at that point, if you can get yourself when you can, because I know you can. You're all very, very clever people. You're human, and humans are amongst the most clever, creative individuals that I mean, it's just possible. We are the ones that have a mind that supports what we want, and so whatever is within you to be expressed, this is the time to calm yourself and allow that to freely come up and into your awareness. So yeah, if you wake up feeling good, can make sure that you're doing gratitude and being thankful for everything from, breathing, the ability to turn on a faucet and wash your face where water is distributed to. We live in remarkable times where that's possible. And feel your skin. Notice when you run a washcloth over it, how your skin feels, and maybe it tingles afterwards, and maybe you rubbed a little too hard and it's not too happy. Well, pay attention to those kinds of things. Notice that your feet are landing on, and whether your body feels heavy or sluggish or whatever. Notice those things and be aware. And from there, your body will tell you what it wants and needs. And we're just accustomed to repeating the same thing. If a person does not take the opportunity to stop and become aware, and it's really a brief process, we get ourselves going. We're the most diligent people on the planet when it comes to working. I've been known to just work straight and not eat or drink and all of those kinds of things. You are not supporting your body when you do that. Your body needs water and nutrition in order to sustain us to the work that we have to do, just like your car needs fuel. You'll run out of it eventually, and if you're up and hopping right along, but you continue or persist with that kind of movement, what'll happen in the long run is your body becomes depleted. The nutrients that it's not getting, it will take from your hair, your teeth, your bones, your skin, your eyes, whatever. It's got to take the nutrition from somewhere, and so and it will, basically begin to debilitate you, and that's not a healthy place or state of being. Eventually, you wear out and run down. So if you wake up feeling good and ready to go and on a positive note, then just continue to be a little bit aware once or twice at least throughout the day, and just keep that momentum going, and make sure you're working with positive thoughts. So how did you do then when you bumped up against something that was a bit of a challenge, something that was unexpected, something that got thrown onto your plate that was not even something you want to chew on or digest? That's another place that stopping and saying, how am I feeling, allows a couple of things to happen. We are innately creative beings, and every time we stop, take a few deep breaths, wonder about how we're going to handle or manage something, then we are asking a question, and our innate intelligence, that innate creativity, that innate wisdom within us is going to kick in and help us with the answer. And this is a little bit of a practiced skill. You don't really need to do or know much about it, other than you've been doing it probably all your life and just never labeled it. So I'm just giving you a label for it. You are clever, creative, talented, and just so many resourceful, so many wonderful, delightful things. So ultimately what we're talking about here is that throughout our day, our lives are built upon contrast. some things that are positive, some things that are not so much. Some of them are really negative. Some things are hurtful or downright mean. Some things we just absolutely did not expect at all. And so when we encounter something that we don't know what to do with, that has really taken its toll on us, and we are confused or sad or distraught, any of those kinds of things, the best possible thing to do is to just try and stop the momentum of that taking us on a spiral downward. We all humans have to contemplate things. When something happens, I'm from a family who have had multiple deaths, children that passed way before they should have. I've had 5 of my family members who have gone through God's other door onto the other side of things. And there's, you can't help but be sad. You cannot help but be miss the presence of that person in your life. And for some, maybe you're happy. I mean, that's a possibility too. The thing of it is, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance system knows that the truth of who you are as this beautiful being on the earth at this time is that you are a loving, kind, generous, compassionate, caring individual. And so that's the place that you always want to find to get back to, that is the center of your balance. When you can do that, the contrast, whatever you're experiencing, whether it's somebody being angry with you and you feeling that that's unjust or unfair, or however you feel about it, or that they're totally off the marker, or whatever it is, it's a time to stop, calm yourself, find a place of quiet. And I remember one time my Tai Chi, a beautiful little Chinese woman, my Tai Chi teacher had called for something, and she could tell something was bothering me. And she said, "What do you like to do when you need, time to yourself?" And I said, "Oh, I like to read, or I like to put my feet up." And then it occurred to me what I really like to do was to get by the water. And she said, "I want you to go run a bath. And if you have, tablespoon of the Chinese herbs, then throw those in." And then she hung up. She didn't give me a chance to respond. Well, it was 1:00 in the afternoon. And my logical, rational, linear self said, "I don't think so." And I kind of wandered around for a little bit, but I couldn't shake that thought. And so I ran a bath and put some candles around even, and slid in, and the calm came and the answers began to come. So I'm just encouraging you to find a place, go for a little walk in nature, walk around the building, take an elevator ride up and down a few times, get yourself a coffee or tea, water, whatever it is. Just take the break that you need to separate yourself from whatever is going on at the moment. And know that the contrast of our lives, positive versus negative, what we would consider good versus bad, is the way that we are able to get closer in touch with what we do want. So if we've encountered something that is not within the realm of, why does that keep happening? Why do I have to do this? Why does my boss keep giving me that over and over and over again? In order for us to bring what we want into our lives, we have to be able to define what the opposite of what we don't want is. So opposition is what I'm challenging you with today, to notice, to be aware of those things in your life that are not going the way you want for them to be. Write them down, and then what is the opposite of that? If you are not feeling, how do I want to say this, at work, like you're not being valued, then what you want is value. You want to be valued, and know that you're worthy. So that's the opposition that I'm talking to you about. It's the contrast. So ultimately, it's a challenge for you to find several places during the day where you can jot down something that is in contrast to what you want, and try and come up with, in a quiet place, in a calm way, what it is that you actually do want in your life. And it's going to be an ongoing theme for us, because we want happy, positive, we want to be thriving here on this place, and your inner being wants you to know that you are love, you are value, you are creative, you are talented, you are worthy, you are compassionate, and all of the things we've talked about many, many times, since I started this channel. You are a divine being of our Creator, and as such, then you are entitled to an absolutely wonderful life. And if you will take the time to begin monitoring how you're feeling, and with the goal being that you're always feeling good. And I mean, it's possible. It's entirely possible. I live in a world of possibilities, and so can you. On that note, I want to say have a really good evening or rest or day, wherever you are in the world. And thank you for joining me. I look forward to our next visit. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, have conversations, and we're all in this together. So let's go about it the best we can, sharing our thoughts and ideas. And I appreciate all of your comments. So I will see you next time. You know I love you. Bye.